Wednesday at the Goodwill. Let's see if they got anything. Guys, they didn't have anything. Doctor Who comic, a PC game with 5 war games in it. They're trying to sell for $5. That WW2 Aces game for the Wii. I don't play Wii, so I didn't pick it up, and it wasn't worth anything anyway. Then a loose DS game, Pogo Island. So it looks like they may have had stuff, maybe this weekend or earlier this week, but nothing in there for me. What is up, guys? It's Small Town Retro Gamer here. I'm groggy still. I just woke up. But going to a garage sale, it's a family that has it every year, and one of them actually collects video games. It's Friday. I don't like getting up on Friday. I had a rough Monday through Thursday, 5:30 to like 4:30 to 6 p.m. depending on how long it takes. But I'm going out. It's about 8. Let's go see what they have. Alright guys, leaving that garage sale down there, the one with the blue tent. Got that whole bag of stuff. I will show you in the pickups. What is up, guys? It's Small Town Retro Gamer here. I did stop at that thrift store that has dollar movies and games yesterday. I didn't get any footage. I thought I did. Accidentally deleted it. Sorry. But we are going to go back to that garage sale because on Friday they have it just that one family that sells video games. Then on Saturday, usually like families within their area all chip in because they have like a huge, I don't want to call it a rec center, like a huge field right next to the house. So we're going to see if any of the families chip stuff in. If not, maybe I'll see, because usually the girl adds more stuff. So we'll see if there's anything new, anything worth picking up, and maybe I'll get some footage for you guys. I'm hoping to. Peace. What is up, guys? It's Small Town Retro Gamer here. Sorry for the lack of live footage this week. There's a good reason for it, which I kind of explained in the video. I'll explain a little bit more here. First things first, some stuff that I picked up off camera from the BSW thrift store. It's the store that has the dollar movies and games from time to time. No games for $1 this week. I did find 2 for, if you can see there, $2.99. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Ghost. In really good shape. Ghost does not have its manual, but you know, I've wanted to play the Call of Duty games past Modern Warfare 2 because I kind of stopped playing there for a while now. I didn't want to pay more than like $5 for them. So to find them both for 3 I thought was cool. Play through the campaigns, and they're both worth around there, you know, $3 to $5. Pretty common. Everyone owns them, or everyone had owned them at one time, I guess I should say. But I did also find 2 movies that were both $1 there. Unstoppable, starring Wesley Snipes. I'm an action movie buff, so probably pop that in, give it a watch. You know, for $1 movie ain't too bad. And then one that I'd never actually seen that I'm really excited to pop in and watch. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children for $1. Final Fantasy, probably my favorite series of video games. If not my favorite, probably my second. But, you know, never had seen that, so $1 each. No, not a big deal. 2 $3 movies. So, other than that, why we had a lack of footage this week was this family has a garage sale every year, and the girl is, I want to say, either like a freshman in college, somewhere around there. She's very young, but she collects games, and every year she puts out a bunch of them and sells them all the way from NES, and this year she went all the way to PS4. And a lot of them are, I would call, junk titles, not great titles there. And she said, you know, it's stuff I don't play anymore. It's stuff I want to get rid of. So it's a lot of sports and a lot of common NES games. Othello, I think she had like 2 copies of Othello. And some games I had like Rad Racer for the NES, stuff like that. And you know, they're priced like $3 to $5 for the most part. You know, games that she knows are worth more are priced accordingly, of course. But you know, a lot of stuff, commons, stuff like that. But it's always cool to see, and I always go and I always pick some stuff up from her. And I ended up spending, how much altogether? $100 altogether. Went on Friday and I went on Saturday. So, you know, that's why there was a lack of footage this week. So we'll go through what I got there. And I wish I would have got, you know, at least a picture or some live footage for you guys. But I would have just felt weird whipping out my camera and just kind of sitting there like, oh, yeah, 1 second, let me just film this. So I didn't, but first thing, backyard skateboarding for $3. And this first day altogether I spent $60. It came out to like $92 if you look at these original price tags, but I spent $60. You know, and that's like a $4 or $5 game complete. Then for a system I don't have, but I'm really gonna look for, hope I find sometime soon, I got Frantics, Puzzle Adventure, and it was marked at 4. Complete. It's like a $4 to $7 game, $4 to $6 game. Secret Agent Clank, one that I played on the PS2. I've never played. Obviously played it on the PSP because I've never owned one. You know, $3 to $5 game, and all the PSP games were marked at 4. So I just picked up ones that I'd probably play if I picked one up. Field Commander. It's like a real-time strategy war game. Like a $4 to $7 game. So, you know, not bad scores there for the price that I was able to get everything at. A couple of movies that I picked up. This one was on Comedy Central in 2010, so it was like 6-7 years ago. I remember it being pretty funny. Crowd Mandoon. You know, and I picked that up. She had it marked at 2, and it's like not a lot of listings on eBay, but they're selling for like $8 to $12. And then a movie, one of the biggest box office bombs of all time, Cutthroat Island, kind of ended Gina Davis's leading lady career, at least for a while. You know, and that's like a $2-3 movie. And then GameCube, I was really excited to see. She didn't have much. She had these two and then Blowout, which I already have, for $5 a piece. Beyblade, V-Force. This one does not have the manual. And all the games, even if they don't have the manuals, are in really good shape. She takes pretty good care of them. I don't know what she does with the manuals, though. That's like a $4 to $6 game. And then Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, Jet Fusion. That one is complete. She had that for $5. And that's like a $4 to $6-7 game. And then the first day, what else did I get? We got these. She brought this out a little later when I was like leaving. Men in Black, the series, the game. She kind of ended up just throwing that in. I think she wanted like $2 or $3 for it, but ended up getting a deal. Unlimited Saga. I couldn't remember if I had this. She had that priced at $5. No manual, like a $5 to $8 game. Brave, just a game that I have never seen. What's the Search for Spirit Dancer? It looks kind of little kid-like. I don't know if it's any good. No manual there either. That's not a very expensive game. It's like a $3 or $4 game. Then Heroes of the Pacific. I was going to say that wrong. That is not complete. She had that marked at $5, and that's about what it goes for, $3 to $5. Then again, when I was younger, I always saw but never picked up Malice. Had that marked at $5 and is not complete, and it goes for like $4 to $7. Then 2 NES games. Like I said, she had a couple, but they were all really common ones or ones that weren't worth the $5 she was asking. But I did pick up Dig Dug 2. Had that marked at $5. It's like a $6 to $9 game. And Surf Design. I can't remember what the rest of this is called. Town and County, Surf, whatever. LJN game. $4 to $7 game. And then she had some Pokemon games out. I don't know. Let me grab Backyard Skateboarding game real quick. I could tell when I walked up, I was like, oh, I haven't picked up, I've never played the Ruby, the Emerald, the Sapphire versions. Simply because when I got back into collecting, I was reading all about counterfeit ones and how they were everywhere. They're on eBay. So when I walked up and I saw them, and I saw they were marked for $15, I asked, oh, were these your original ones from when you bought them? And she was like, no, I got those off eBay a while ago. And I started looking because I have, read up on them now for stuff to look for, the E being like that, like it is on Backyard Skateboarding, the gold color on the Nintendo, just all the fonts, the font up here. And I kind of saw, you know, that all that just looked off on these to me. And she had them all marked at 15. So I did ask, you know, well, you know, they don't look right to me. I said, you know, I've looked at them a little bit. And I wouldn't say that these people are friends, but they're acquaintances. So they kind of, she was like, oh, really? She was like, well, they've always worked. You know, I just got them off eBay. And she was like, I got them for really cheap, so I thought it was weird. So I don't know. So I was like, well, that's part of the reason I haven't picked them up off eBay, because it's really hard to tell which ones are fake and which ones are real. So I did ask her, I said, do they play, do they work? And she said, yeah, you know, they play the work. And I said, do the clocks in them work, you know, for the Ruby and Emerald? And she was like, yeah, they all work. I've never had a problem with them. I played through them multiple times. And I was like, okay, well, since I'm pretty sure they're not fake, would you do $10 a piece for these? She was like, yes. So kind of a bummer that they're not probably authentic. I'm like 95% sure that neither one of them are. But, you know, if they were, they're like 20 to 30, and I seen them go as high as 40 on eBay. But, you know, $10 a piece if they do play, and I have played a little bit of both of them, and they did both work, and they did both save, and they did both save multiple times. So not too bad, you know, because I'm not going to trade them off or, you know, anything like that. They're going to just stay with me, especially the fact that I know that they're probably not real. And then, so I ended up spending $60 on all that, which I think it came to after that. It was like 82. I shot back with 50. She shot back with 70. And I said, what about we meet in the middle? 60. Perfect. So I came back the next day because she said, you know, I'll have more 360 and stuff out. And I came back and I bought Monsters Inc. for the Game Boy Color for $3. Or it was marked at $3. And that's, you know, $2 to $5 game, and WWF Superstars marked at $3, $5 to $7 game. And then just because it was complete, I bought Charlotte's Web for the Game Boy Advance, marked at $3, like a $4 to $6 game. And Secret. Okay, guys, and before I was rudely interrupted, I bought Secret Weapons Over Normandy. She had that marked at $5 as well. This one's complete. I do believe only this and the next one I'm going to show you were about the only ones that were complete out of the disc games. And it was, you know, it sells for, where's it at? Oh, right there, $5 to $8. And then The Darkness, a game that I heard quite a bit of good things about. I have never played it though. Complete as well. And, you know, that's like a $5 to $8 game. And Darksiders 2 has its some downloadable thing, no manual though. Like a $4 to $6 game. She had that marked at $5. And then the second day I came back, and these were out the first day, but you know, I wanted to make sure that the other ones worked first for the most part. These were both marked at 15, had the same problems with them. You know, labels all looked off, and the pins inside all looked off, and the backs all looked off. You know, if they're legit, usually you just see the pins back here. But well, same thing, you know, can you do 10? She said, yeah, sure. So I picked up Leaf Green and Fire Red, and they both do work. They both save. You know, these ones don't have the clocks in them, but they're not bad. And like I said, I'm just going to play those. You know, I'm not planning on trying to make money off of them, sell them at all. They're going to be in my collection, and, you know, they all work. So, you know, I got them for $10 a piece, and, you know, I'd rather do it that way than buy them off of eBay for $30 and have them come back and say, and have the same, you know, be pirated or be, you know, not authentic copies. At least this way I know what I have, and, you know, they only cost me $10 a piece. You know, it does kind of suck because I did look them up. Fire Red and Leaf Green, if they were authentic, are like $30 to $40, and some are selling as high as like $60 right now with the Pokemon Go craze. So that's everything that I bought. You know, not great, you know, like I said, not hugely great deals for the most part. You know, she sells her games for about what they're worth. You know, she kind of knows what she has, but, you know, it's always cool to go there and, you know, talk to her a little bit because she's younger, and, you know, it's kind of cool to just see someone that collects that's, you know, 19, 18 years old and stuff. So, that's it, everyone. So the question for this week is going to be, if these were sitting out, if you did not have them in your collection, which I'm sure most people do, I'm kind of late on that train. I just got out of Pokemon before that point. By the time I got back in, I was like, oh, don't want to spend $50 on them just to get them to be fake. But if
you saw those and they were $10 a piece, would you pick them up if you were positive that they'd play? That's it, everyone. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.